Achievement unlocked, please uncover the truth. Right. Now this extra stuff, it's weird. Oh, you got these as well. You know what this is? This, as I say at the start of this, is this playthrough here. This right here is the inspiration, the original inspiration for the After LP talks I've done. It is weird. It's essentially what we're gonna see is we're gonna see the whole cast more or less just appear and just like they'll just talk about the story. It's weird, surreal, and well, let's just go into it and you'll see what I mean. Different nature to the novel it is.
Thank you for buying Higurashi when they cry Onikakushi, a visual novel by 7th expansion. How was it? If you enjoyed it even a little bit, it would make me happy.
Did you enjoy those?
You know, a little bit of stretching it. That incredibly dark ending made me angry, you know.
I love these, man. It's just like a shame that the answer arcs don't have these. Only the question arcs do. But man, I love these freaking after kind of like all cast review things. It's just amusing to see all the characters interacting and giving their own thoughts and opinions on it while kind of staying in character but also breaking the fourth wall pretty much. It's just kind of nice.
Made us angry. As I understood it, the Onikakushi chapter is supposed to be somewhat of a prologue to the entire series.
It's just like, yep, welcome to Higurashi. The series that is fucked up, and now you know why. And as I stated, while this question arc was fucking screwed up in its later act of it all, once it took the dark turn with the plot and then the ending and all that. But it's still considered tame compared to some of the other arcs. The next arc we're going through, for example, is darker than this one. It also has comic relief moments. It has the amusing slice of life stuff. But like with this one, it's like slice of life and then slice of death and doom and just gloom and blah and all that. It's just so surreal. Like how they put the two together is just mind-boggling. Like out of all the question arcs, like the 4 question arcs, the 4th one is freaking probably the closest to like not having anything particularly disturbing about it. I mean it does, but it's shorter and it's kind of like, I don't know how to describe it. We'll get to that one when we get to it. We've only just completed the first question arc. And it's like 4 question arcs and 4 answer arcs. Actually, speaking of which, Onikakushi coming soon. Wait, I clicked on it wrong. Look at that original art style there. Onikakushi will be that's tomorrow, actually. The first answer arc, which is actually the answer arc to Watanagashi, which is right here. This will be the one we're going to be going through next. But was I gonna say that? Onikakushi is the answer arc to that. The second chapter of the question arc is the answer to. The answer arc for this one is actually the second answer arc. And then it goes, it's kind of weird how it does that. It's like, shouldn't it be the other way around? It's like the first and second are kind of like flip reversed a bit in like, chapter positioning. But the third and fourth remain, perfectly aligned. Like the third one has the question arc and answer arc as the third. Fourth has it for the question and answer arc. But the first question arc here is the second answer arc for it. And the second question arc has the first answer arc for it, which is Onikakushi. I'm just confusing myself just saying this shit. Let's get to the freaking review. I have to click on it again, don't
How would the prologue have such an incredibly dark ending?
Because, Satoko, it's a very dark series. I mean, that's tame compared to, like, oh man, Watanagashi is, like, more darker than this one, but the Anthrop twist, oh man, it's even darker than that. And that's saying something. Third one is also pretty dark as well. The Anthrop to that is incredibly dark, maybe even the darkest of all the arcs, actually, for the Anthrop in the third one, if I recall correctly. But anyways, yeah, but doesn't that happen sometimes? The player digging through the story in order to avoid a bad ending is the point of these type of games, after all. They're digging through the story in order to avoid a bad ending. But we don't have choices, Mion. This is not a visual novel in the traditional way. You don't get choices. You don't get multiple endings. Makes me think of freaking Karano Shoujo. It has multiple endings, but the true ending's usually shit. Well, like, think of the prequel to that is like Kotagra. It actually has an alright ending. Karano Shoujo has a bit of a, well, shit ending. God knows what's true ending for Karano Shoujo 2. And also, it's like, the freaking true ending of that actually contradicts the freaking plot a bit, honestly. But that's a whole new, different freaking novel. Whole other can of worms. That's a similar can of worms to this, because it's also in the thriller horror genre with, you know, a detective. But, you know, a legitimate detective as a protagonist rather than, you know, Keiichi wannabe kind of detective that has no idea what the hell he's even gotten himself into. Anyways.
It's still just the first chapter. I'm looking forward to the next one.
What happens in the next chapter? Rennie, do you know? It's just so random. I love it.
Yeah, they said the next chapter will introduce another aspect of the story.
That's a strange way of putting it. What does that mean?
In this chapter, they introduced a string of mysterious deaths that were happening in Inamizawa recently, right? The next chapter will introduce some of the history of Inamizawa.
With one strange event happening after another, I got totally lost. What exactly is Oyashiro-sama's curse about? Actually, what is Oyashiro-sama to begin with? Didn't explain much. It's so weird. It feels like they're acting in character, but out of character at the same time. It's so weird. But again, it's awesome. This is like, I just think these two characters got killed off right at the end, you know. And look at them just like merrily just talking about the freaking thing. It's just so surreal.
I haven't heard much about it, but I have some kind of bad feeling about it. Like it'll also be dark or something, you know? It feels like it'll be another one of those scary stories where somebody gets cursed again.
So, Fluck, hey, Kid-chan, what kind of curse is he gonna get hit with this time? However, I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of story it's gonna be. Sorry for being late, my bad. You see what I mean? Do you see the resemblance? Do you see where I got the inspiration for the After LP talk? You know, characters just randomly just coming in to discuss the freaking novel, then another character will later on come into it, like Mr. Squash or some shit. This is exactly what it's all based around. This stuff right here. And Tomitake! Hey everybody, good work today. I don't know what voice to give you anymore. I'd given your voice to Oishi. You'll have to have a different voice now. Tomitake. Same to you. Oh, where's Kate-chan? Yoshikuna is already off reading the script for the next chapter. It must be hard being the main character.
Huh? That's too bad. He could have at least poked in to say hello. It's probably because he doesn't have any character art, so he couldn't poke his head in even if he wanted to.
I love it, man. I love it. It's just brilliant. Brilliant way to, like, review the freaking story with all the characters. Break the fourth wall down. Just in an amusing way like this. And it's true, man. That's why Keiichi doesn't appear in these. It's because he doesn't have a character portrait yet. And the sad thing is, he doesn't get a character portrait till the answer arcs. So he never gets to appear in any of these. It's a real shame. It becomes a bit of a running gag as well. Rigger-san, that's what we refer to as a personal problem. Also here, Oisha-san's got the least amount of character portraits. In any case, that story really was a lot of trouble, especially for Keiichi-kun and Renaissance-chan. Well, what about Mion? Forgetting someone?
Trouble, that was the mother of all bad endings.
Oh no, Satoko. There are worse. Worse. There's worse, man. Much worse.
I wonder what was the identity of that thing that attacked Keiichi-kun?
My theory is that it was the work of people made to look like a curse.
At the end, Keiichi made that phone call. Yeah, I also thought that call was strange. At that point, Keiichi should have been certain that the culprits were people. It's like we're trying to be perfectly vague with the story here. That really was a strange phone call. It almost sounded like he was being chased by a ghost or something.
It's probably that freaking new ghost Pokemon. I forget what it's called. It's that one that looks like Pikachu but isn't.
Just from that phone call, it really makes me think that it was the work of a curse after all.
Since we're all here, why don't we all share our theories? Let's start with Sorazaki-san.
I absolutely believe it was people. I think it was a man-made incident that was just imitating the strange folklore floating around Hirimizawa. Certainly, every year on the day of the festival for another link in the chain of mysterious deaths to happen certainly is suspicious. That so-called chain of mysterious deaths is definitely somebody trying to reenact the folklore, definitely. I think it was the curse. Looking at the scene where Keiichi-san went berserk in the entryway and the last scene with the phone call, I just couldn't come to the conclusion that a person was the culprit. When you say it that way, it really wasn't the type of scene that would make you think it was the work of an actual person.
My god, I see it now. It's totally the freaking... Well, it's not the inspiration for, you know, the way, like, the Echo the Dolphin character is when I do the After Elby talks. But it has that same thing with Rena, it's just like kind of neutral. Just like kind of just agreeing with everyone. It's like, yeah, good point in that one, guys. Yeah, I think so too, but then, yeah, you got a point there. It's the same kind of vibe to it. I didn't even realize it. Yeah, but even then, I still think it was a person it is. That last scene in the one with the entryway, I think it might have been a delusional episode brought about by post-traumatic stress disorder.
I wouldn't know what's going on anymore, even if you didn't use such complicated words. In other words, Keiichi was so scared that he was imagining things. Then, what was the meaning behind that scene? What exactly was the mysterious presence behind Keiichi? A red herring. R-E-D-H-E-R-R-I-N-G. Nichan, what do you mean by a red herring? Like old man Tomataki here said, that scene was a result of Keiichi having a stress-induced delusion from being mentally cornered. To expand on that a bit further, it was a ploy to make the player think it was a curse. That's why it was a red herring. When you say it like that, but...
Well, it just means that there's that possibility.
In that case, the theory that Oisha-san proposed during the story that it was a conspiracy by the villagers is correct? What does the man himself have to say about that?
Me? It makes you think, eh? I totally thought that Oisha-san would be behind the people explanation. During the story, I said it was definitely the work of people. If a person really was to blame, that leaves a lot of loose ends.
Like what? Let us hear what Detective Oisha-san's theory is.
First of all, if a human is the culprit, then there has to be a motive. In other words, somebody has to gain something from it.
So what you mean is, if it was the work of people, there could have to be something gained from causing a chain of mysterious deaths.
Exactly. I felt that somebody could have benefited from the deaths of people related to the dam development, but the recent victims weren't related to that at all. First off, who benefits from killing Kichiku? I see. If you say it like that, my case is kind of weak too.
No one voice to give him anymore. I mean, none of your money was stolen. There's no way it was human culprits. But that's not everything there is to it, right? Like Michan just said, there might have been some sort of reason for them to reenact the folklore. Exactly. This wasn't a murder where you consider typical motives. It makes me think that this was most likely some sort of ritualistic murder to reenact the blood-stained history of the village. So we'll ask the question of the hour. Who gains from this reenactment?
It's not about the simple benefit. It's a more psychological reason. I think that maybe this was an act of revenge. Something native to the region. Fate was unable to be fooled this time around. I see. A moment of some repressed family looking to air out an old grudge on their ancestors. Something like that. I don't like this.
Then what is it? It couldn't be that you're leaning towards a curse explanation, Oishi-san. That's right. The man playing the detective said so. It's decided. It was a curse. Whatever.
If, like how my Bara-san said during the story, it was the case that Oyashiro-san possessed Ren-san and Sonozaki-san committed those acts, that would fit the evidence the most. As much as I hate to say it.
Actually, I'm of the same opinion as Oichi-san. I can't come up with any other explanation for the normally kind Rena and Michan to suddenly start acting strange like that.
But you are Rena. I'm talking in third person there.
About that, it may sound strange coming from the person herself, but I think that Mion did it. Don't get what Mia is saying. I'd like an explanation. Oh, sorry. In other words, I think this may end up being a really cruel story. Wait, Michan. You don't mean...
If you follow the trail of evidence to the very end, that's how it would seem. I also have my suspicions. In other words, Rena-san and Sonozaki-san both actually had those personalities to begin with, and were merely deceiving my Bara-san. Am I right?
I don't like that at all! This is all the curse's fault! Rena-san and everybody else are all kind, nice people!
That reaction to it.
That is a classic reaction there to, reading the story and you didn't like the ending, so you're just like, but no, I didn't like it! I've been there, not to the point where it's like, but to the point where I'm just like, I fucking hate that and ruined the story! I think that too. I think that Ren and Michan are really good people at heart. I think that they're in the story, they definitely were possessed by something. So, Ren also thinks it was a curse. Well, let me ask everybody who thinks it was a curse. There has to be a reason for a curse, right? I don't think there will be something indiscriminately cursing everything. Can somebody explain that? A curse is a curse. Human logic won't get us anywhere.
Satoko-chan, personified it is, in the end, nothing more than the creation of people. That's why their method of thinking is also understandable as to humans. Just take a look at the Greek and the Pantheon. They cry, get angry, get jealous. Basically, they're just like humans.
It's true. It's like, you got all these gods in history, like Greek, Roman, and all that, where they're just like, they're essentially like people, but they're gods. I mean, they got those personalities to them, and all of them just depicted looking human. Trying to think of a Carl Sagan quote, but I can't remember what it was. It was something about like, I can't remember what it was.
But it was something, well, obviously.
So what you're saying is that Oyashiro-sama is cursing people with some benefit in mind?
That's an odd way of putting it, but basically yes. That's why they say, far from Judah, far from his thunder. You do have a point.
Basically, it doesn't matter if it's Oyashiro-sama or humans. There has to be a reason. But Rika, what if that reason isn't clear? I don't know. That's right. This is still just the prologue. There's still a lot of stuff that hasn't been revealed yet.
Yeah, it's hard to come up with any more theories at this point.
No, I won't be satisfied until it is all made clear. Mion-san seems rather particular about this as well. We'll just make the best of what we know. Doesn't this feel interesting? Like a club a little bit. Yeah, if you put it that way, it does seem interesting.
See? Totally interesting. Well then, let's summarize. Let's see, I think it was a curse. Kuhn thinks it was people, right? Complete role reversal to how he was in the actual novel. Then again, right at the end where he was like listening in on the Higurashi, maybe at that point he was starting to think, you know what, maybe it was. Yeah, I'll go with it being people.
I'll also agree with the people explanation. That's not to say I hate such fantastic things like curses, but in this particular case, the connection to a curse is a little weak.
Two for the people explanation then. Renaissance was on the curse side of things.
Yep, Satoku-chan and I believe it was a curse, right? Yeah, I think it was a curse. People who say that Renaissance and Mion-chan were evil to begin with or be fitting the curse. Well, I don't want to believe that my own personality was that twisted. That would be cool when I'm in club mode. If I make my choice on this emotion, I'll regret it, you know?
Now again, one character. Well now, it doesn't really matter which side you pick, does it? Rika-chan hasn't said anything yet. What do you think?
I don't think that Oyashiro-sama is a bad god.
That's an interesting opinion.
I don't want to worship some bad god that just curses people. I'd like a generous god more than one that curses. That's right, Rika-chan is a shrine maiden. Yep, good opinion. Then what? If Rika-chan doesn't believe that it was Oyashiro-sama, then do you think the perpetrators were human after all? We'll just go with that.
Well now, that means the votes are split right down the middle. So half of us think it was a curse and half of us think it was people. Chan, just for reference, what did the test players who played the beta version think?
Yeah, there were a lot more players who believed in the people explanation. See, right there! Our veteran comrades are cool, collected, and very observant. But the beta version only finished partway through the story. That's right. Even the people who played the beta might change their mind if they got through to the very end.
Well, now we're back to square one.
What should we do then? This means that the options are still split. Opinions, I mean. It's no fun if we don't settle this.
We need there to be an odd number of judges in all this. We need one more opinion. Onikakushi!
Oh, perfect timing then. Why don't we ask Keiichi-kun himself? Let's call him.
I remember. He doesn't physically appear, with them or anything in these, but they do phone him every time, I think.
The opinion of the victim himself is very valuable. Since that's decided, it's time for the phone.
Hello, Kate. Wait. Who say that? Oh.
Well, Keiichi-kun, it's Rena. Are you busy with work right now?
Yeah, I'm reading the script, Yeah, really busy. Just when I thought I'd get a break because the chapter's over, it's already time for the next one.
How's Kate-chan? Busy? Yeah, he's moping.
I can hear you, you know. Must be nice having a wrap-up party. I wanted to go too. You know, I could freaking manually insert him myself, honestly, couldn't I? His portraits. But then you'd have all this in the way and it'd go over that. I don't know. Maybe I'll have him, like, appear briefly on the screen at some point. I don't know. Maybe if I can find one of those backgrounds, you know, backgroundless images of him. You know, where you can actually just put it in and it doesn't have the background, just blends in. It would be perfect.
You can come if you get some character art for yourself. Figure that's a secret. Sorry about that, Keiichi-kun. Anyways, during the current chapter, Keiichi-kun, didn't you die? We were just talking about who the culprit might be.
It says that, but Retta, didn't you also die in that chapter as well? So did Mion. And you know, I might as well just partially. This is just a past spoiler of the series in general. But every single chapter has the same characters. There'll be like more characters like introduced and all that. A few other characters that haven't been introduced yet, essentially. But it's got to be the same group of, you know, friends. You got like Rishi and Tomitaki will also be there. Just same cast of characters, but it's different each story. But it's also got this underlying connection that will not be revealed for quite some time. Don't spoil it if you already know it. I already know the answers to all this because I've read all of them in the past. But don't spoil them. We will go through them all, and it will be quite a journey. A journey into hell. Because seriously, some of these, like this one for example, was screwed up, but now we're just like, it's all chill. We're having this review session thing, yeah. But you saw that bloody ending, didn't you? And all the build up into that ending, that was just like, it went from, oh, happy to so, you know, you kind of know what to expect, sort of, you know, from, you know, the tone of the novels. You can always expect that there'll be a lot of funny moments, slice of life, and there'll also be slice of death and just like messed up, horrifying monsters and stuff. Anyways, back to this.
Basically, we're deadlocked on whether it was people or Shiro-sama's curse that killed you. I'm really sorry, even though you're busy reviewing the script. Keiichi-kun, which do you think it was?
That's obvious, isn't it?
Which?
Isn't it both of them? Targeted by suspicious people from a village and cursed by some strange Shiro-sama on top of that. It's both humans and a curse. Everybody's just picking on me.
So very, very pitiful. Next time I'll pat you on the head for you.
Now their side wins then. In the end, the opinion's still split, huh? They did it deliberately. Just like, I think this over again. We might have missed something.
Well then, please look forward to the next release, Higurashi When They Cry Watanagashi. Higurashi When They Cry. That was losing it to you by the main characters and the sad characters who. Final achievement be unlocked in 3, 2, 1. Achievement unlocked on Onikakushi party. We got them all, man. All of them are unlocked. Hooray! So we completed it. Onikakushi completed. Which means we'll be moving on to the second chapter then. Not right now though. We've been recording now 48 minutes, but we've finally completed this question arc. Let's exit this.
And let's have a good old browse of the achievements. You've unlocked... can I move the window somehow? Yeah, I can. You've unlocked every single achievement. Congratulations. Well done. Let's have a look at them. Right, farewell, bid your love goodbye. It turned out to be Ren and Meon with the context we got later on. Welcome to Hinamizawa, meet the villagers of Hinamizawa. One man's trash, help Ren find her treasure. A fate worse than death, have your luck run out. Oh, there was worse to be had than that. Not a clue, received an unexpected report. Let's also briefly go to the side a bit. So we can see when we unlocked them all. Wait, what? January 12th? Oh, wait, that's back when, like, before LP, when I did, like, a brief playthrough for an update, wasn't it? That's when I unlocked that. That's why it's, like, freaking, like, 2 months back from that. Eyes light red out. What's up? Hard to swallow. Enjoy a homemade snack. Chasing shadows, pursue the truth behind the crimes. Pinch hitter. Take up another's bat. Rain of apologies falling on deaf ears. Chased by shadows, run from the truth of your crimes. And again, scroll. Because I've got a windowed, for recording here. And as you can see there, 27th, that's the date. Told you it was freaking 9. It's like 5 to 10 now. Please uncover the truth. Complete Onikakushi chapter. Onikakushi party. Enjoy Onikakushi's after party. Detective Onikakushi. Read all tips on Onikakushi. And there we go. And there we go. Because we unlocked that bottom one in the previous recording. So like it's where is it? So, Onikakushi, wait, Watanagashi, I mean, this will be the next one. We'll get to that. I'll make, like, in case any of you is watching this, just, like, didn't notice, but I actually put a playlist together for Onikakushi. I've kind of been consistent with that now. Even with my main channel, I've, like, done all playlists. Keep it consistent, Makes it much easier to access. I'll do the same for this one. So it'll be like, title will be like, let's play Higurashi Watanagashi, whatever, part 1, essentially. Because we're starting a new chapter. It's not going to be all bungled together and be like part whatever. It'll be from the start to finish, part 1 to final part, essentially, like I've done here with Onikakushi. Anyways, what did you think of Onikakushi? Pretty messed up, wasn't it? Yeah, I like the slice of life moments, It was just brilliant. It was just so freaking over the top. And like the unnerving dark side of the plot. It's like, yeah. And the ending is just like, just like, it's not like it comes out of nowhere, because it was pretty much building up to that point. But yeah, still just like, Anyways, we'll see you next time for when we start this one. So I haven't even freaking played it yet. Notice that? So when it's just like, this is when I purchased it. It doesn't even say last played like with Onikakushi here, because I haven't actually clicked on it yet. But we will when I get to it, and we'll start that. So I'll see you then, viewers. Hope you enjoyed this. I won't actually have an after LP talk, by the way, for these. Because, the after review thing, that technically counts. Like, once you, maybe I'll do those for the answer arcs. Make my own. I might even do it in the same style, even. Because I could probably do that, and that'd be neat. And, yeah, that'd be pretty neat. But, yeah, no after LP talks for the question arcs, because they actually have their own, It's the one that inspired it. So that'll be all for this thing. So I'll see you in Watanagashi. I'm always crap at freaking ending videos. Especially if it's not just simply, see you next time. Well, it is technically just like, see you next time for Watanagashi. Just leave it at that. We'll get to that next time. So look forward to that and blah. See you then. That's all. See you next time, viewers. I can't help it, man. That's just how I end videos. That's why, like, at the end of a series, which isn't technically the end of the series because it's all connected to the same series. But it's just like, oh, it's been ass. But I guess we'll see you then, viewers. As always, see you next time. All that shit. See you next time.